What's going on, guys? Back at you again with another episode talking about these no good low down rappers. They're all no good low down rappers, and let's see why. We're gonna talk about why. I'm not just saying this stuff, and if none of y'all are gonna say it, I'll say it. They're no good. They're low down. They're scumbags. They're straight up scumbags of the earth. The earth would be a better place without these rappers. I mean, I can't really think of one rapper that, if they stayed alive or if they died, would the world be a worse or better place? I think if every rapper were to just die and just die right now, drop dead, the world would be a better place. Because let's look at this. Let's look at what the kids are looking up to. Let's look at what our women are looking up to. Let's look at why our black women are so masculine. Let's look at a role model that our black women have to look up to. Look at one Miss Queen Latifah. Look at her. Look at our feminine queen, our black feminine Nubian queen right here. Look at this. Like, this is what our women are looking up to. And she was out in the 80s, guys. So our women were looking up to this for the last 30, 40 years. And we're wondering why our women are so damn masculine and so out of pocket. Can't get no man. Look at this. This is what they look up to. This is who we put up in the stars, up top. And we look up to this. Not me, but our women do. For her to be this rich, this famous, because women looked up to this and put her in that position to be such. And then she's also a lesbian, so now we're pushing lesbians and basically the hip-hop dress code on our women. They talk like that, they dress like that, they act like this, ratchet. Like, come on now. This is what we're looking up to. Let's look at some more of what the youth is looking up to. Our youth and our women. Like, once you destroy our youth and our women, you destroy the world, guys. And that's what they're doing right here. This is all planned shit right here. Look at it. Let me look for some more outfits that our young kids are looking up to. Like, would you want your son dressed like, let's see here. You don't see them in suits too often. And even in suits, look at what they do with suits on. Still have a bunch of ice around their neck. It's like, bruh, can't you just wear a suit and look like a man? That's what we do in the black community. We try to push this youthful look. We don't want to grow up. We want to be young. We want to keep the Jordans around. We don't want to wear grown-up shoes. We don't want to wear ties dressed to the nines. Nope. Even if we wear a suit, we got to throw bling bling on, right? We got to throw the shades on, right? We got to look cool. Throw a bunch of ice on the fingers, right? Just got to do it. Why can't you just be... Everyone has to be so loud and obnoxious. Like, everyone has to know you have money. And usually the people that are flaunting it like that are fake rich. They don't really have money. They're just trying to portray that because they care about what people think. When you're at a certain age, over the age of 18, you really shouldn't care what people think. I know it's harder for a lot of people. Stop caring about what people think of you unless it's your family, the people that love you and actually know and care about you. Why do you care about what random people think about you? Now let's look at this. Over-sexualizing our women. Like, look at this. Like, why is your ass out? Like, I know you're trying to have a sexy look, but, like, there are girls that are looking at this. And then look at this, guys. Tattoos all over your body, hair, different colors, tattoos on your face. Kids are listening to this stuff. They're watching this. They're watching these guys. Everything they do, they're friggin' hung. They hang on every word they say. Everything they do, they follow, guys. Kids are literally emulating this look. Like, you think your son coming home looking like this, you think he'll ever get a job? Or do you think he's going to be running the streets, possibly in a position of getting killed? Because this is not a corporate look, guys. This is a street look, a hood nigga look. Like a bunch of hood niggas. That's what we spread upon everybody. Look at this. Look at this, man. Why do we have to push this look on everybody? Why can't they just be dressed normally? Like, why is this look so cool and so mesmerizing? Pants hanging down your ass. Just so you kids know, in jail, when you have your pants sagged, it shows the other inmates that you want to get ass banged. So I would reconsider dropping your pants below your waist. Like, I don't understand how that became a look ever. So let me get this straight. You're a man and you want other men and people to be able to see your underwear and your ass crack? But that's not gay somehow, guys. Like, I never understood, like, why wearing your pants hanging off your ass was a good look. Like, why is that the cool thing? Why is showing your underwear a cool thing? Women don't do that. Women aren't like hanging their pants down, showing their underwear, because that would be weird. Wouldn't that just be weird? So why isn't it weird for men? You got your underwear showing, literally not even an inch worth of like thickness. Like, it's like a little piece of cloth separating you and your bare ass, and you're just showing it off to everyone. And you don't see anything wrong with that? Like, not saying that jeans are much more thicker, but it's proper. That's what we people do. We wear clothes. We cover ourselves. We show decency. This isn't decency, guys. This is ridiculous. If you can't basically wear these clothes in any setting, then you shouldn't be wearing them. That's what I would say. If you have clothes in your closet that you can't wear at most occasions, you probably shouldn't be wearing it, guys. Most guys only need like 5 pairs of clothes. If you look in your closet, this is proven. Most of us don't even use 80% of the shit we have in our closet. Most of us don't. I don't want to hear the one person that's like, oh, I do. Okay, well, you're the exception. Exceptions do not make the rule. And most of us, as Americans, don't use 80% of our clothing. So, because when we're buying clothes, we don't buy things in a match. We just see something we like and we grab it with no plan. Most of the time when we're buying shit, we don't have a plan to it. We just buy something we like. We don't even equate it to an outfit. And that's really what it comes down to. When you buy clothes, you want to have a plan. So you buy outfits to always have it with that. So you're not just like mixed and matched and always just leaving things hanging around. I'm kind of getting away from what I'm trying to talk about, but that's another discussion. We'll talk about that too. But yeah, let's look at more of what our youth is looking up to and shouldn't be. Let's see here. Like, there's just so much I can choose from. Like, is this feminine? You think, is this the most feminine things to do? Why are we wearing this clown hat? It's like, our women are so masculinated. It's like, if they're not acting like men, it's like, oh, if they're not acting like men, let's make them just be over-sexualized. That's all it is. Look at this. Tits are out, and she's masculine. It's like, bruh. And this is what our black women are doing. They're dressing and looking like this, guys. You go to the hood, you see a bunch of hood women, different color hair, wigs on, tattoos, titties out, ass out. I'm wondering why they can't keep a man. And look at this. Look what else they do. They got our men wearing dresses or aprons. Like, what is this? Like, why? Tattoos all over his face, dressed like a woman. Like, come on, nah. That's what they'll do. They sell their souls. They'll do anything for the money. These guys will do anything for the money. I thought that was a guy for a second. It's really sad when you think about it. These people will do anything for the money. And then also, guys that are trying to educate themselves and be better, what do they call you when you speak properly? They call you what? A clown, right? I had to deal with that growing up because I wanted to be better. I didn't want to be like every other hood nigga in the hood, talking ghetto, talking improper, basically sounding like a fool. So I got made fun of. Black guys used to call me white just because I speak proper. Like, what? So you're calling me white because I speak properly and you just don't? When black people do that to you, don't even like phase that. If they want to say, oh, you're corny, oh, why'd you talk like that? Just say because I'm educated and you're not. Usually when black guys try to put you down for being educated, it's because they're jealous because they weren't able to take that access. They weren't able to receive that. But trust and believe, if they were able to be educated in that way, they would receive that. They would take that. But like I said in other videos, textbooks and the shit you learn in the hood is 180 degrees different from the suburbs. Because I've been in both locations. I've been in the hood going to school, and I've been in a suburb location for school. So I know. I've seen the way they teach, the way they speak, the way they approach education. Twofold. It's different. You can't even compare it. And it's daunting. It just shows you that black people, I can't even say black people because white people live there too, not a lot, but the people that live in inner cities are basically put behind the 8 ball. Like, everything that they do is just somebody, I don't know who's responsible, but some entity is responsible for keeping them down and not showing them the real way of life. Like, for crying out loud, their dictionaries and their English books are completely different. I'm talking replicas of the same book have different scriptures and writings in them. So it's like, how can one learn properly if you're teaching two different things, two different ways? That's why black people and white people mostly speak differently, because they're taught differently by different people. And it's really effed up. That's another divide we have in the country. Let's divide our people. How do we divide them? Oh, let's have them speak English two different ways. Ebonics and proper English. And speaking proper to a lot of hood niggas is somehow corny? So, okay, so you telling me, hood nigga, when you get arrested, do you want your lawyer talking like you? Or do you want him talking like me? Huh, yeah, exactly. Do you want him talking like you? Huh? Yeah, I didn't think so. You don't want him talking like you. You want either a white guy or a black guy who speaks properly and is about his shit. But when it comes to your friends, right? When it comes to the people around you, you want to keep them down and you want them to be just like you, right? Yeah. Like, look at this. Look at this. Want to be just like you, right? Can't even hold your neck up. Ice holding you down. Why do you have a freaking king hat on your head? That's just so stupid. A crown. Oh, yeah. Now we got... Okay, you want to get dreads? Fine. Why are you dyeing it blonde? Full blonde? And now another kid's going to be like, oh, I want to do this. Looking all feminine. This is what we do. Look at it. This is a woman right here, guys. Dressed like a dude. Butch. Oh, yeah. Who wants it? None of us. But our women are dressing like that. Sometimes they're not even lesbians. And they still are just like, I'm going to dress like a dude. What if we were dressing like women, wearing dresses and skirts everywhere? Don't think they'd like that, but they want us to accept them in that way. It's crazy, man. It's truly, truly crazy. And, yeah, we're going to talk about the glorification of killing and shooting as well. Like 50 Cent, how did he get rich? He had to get shot 9 times to even get noticed, to get his album to sell. We all thought he was interesting because he got shot 9 times and then his movie sold out because we wanted to see it happen. We glorify chaos. We glorify evil. That's what we do. I'm responsible of it too in the past. I try not to do it anymore, but I'm responsible. I've done this. I used to listen to his album. I used to think this was cool, but my excuse was I was a child. You grow up, you understand that this guy is a puppet. He was there to destroy my life and to destroy my mind, to destroy my essence. The good essence I may have had is dissipated because of guys like this. Guys like Lil Wayne, as great of artists as they may be in their genre, they destroy lives, guys. They destroy minds. They destroy people. They destroy communities, because if you destroy minds and you destroy people, eventually those people are in a community and those people are going to be warped and destroy that entire community. And it happens in the hood at a more alarming rate. It's almost non-existent in the white neighborhood, guys. I've lived in both, so I can speak this way. I've lived in the hood. I've lived in the white neighborhood and do now, but the point is, I can tell you this because I've experienced it. I've had to live in both sectors. We're going to do some story times more as the channel grows and whatnot. But there are a lot of stories I can tell you from the hood. We'll do some story time so I can basically drill this home to you, how rappers are low life scumbags, you know, and how that life it brought itself to me. Certain times. We'll talk about that another time, but this is about the low-down rappers shunning little black boys that want to be educated and want better for themselves. Like, how dare you shun some kid that wants to learn and be the best he can be? Like, how dare you try to keep someone down at your level because you didn't want to do better for yourself? That's what these rappers are doing, and a lot of these low-down hood niggas. I'm saying it. They're hood niggas, and that's all they are. Standing in front of hotels, causing a ruckus, standing in front of stores, selling drugs. It's another thing. You're selling drugs to your own people, ruining lives, What happened back in the 80s? A bunch of black guys selling crack to their own lives. And those people were parents then and have kids that are my age now. Lives screwed up because of what happened in the 80s. Oh, yeah, guys. Go read up on what happened in the 80s. All those parents, all those lives lost. If you don't want to read about it, go watch the show Snowfall. That basically is a depiction of what was happening in the 80s. The U.S. government was basically bringing in cocaine, thousands of kilos of cocaine, hundreds of pounds, hundreds and thousands of pounds of cocaine was being brought into the country from Colombia by the United States government, in cahoots with other governments. Obviously, the Colombian, Mexican government, they were all in cahoots, bringing in all cocaine. And once the cocaine was brought in, the U.S. government infiltrated a young black guy, right? Or in that case, a young black guy. There were several black guys, more than several black guys they employed to push this cocaine. But where do they push it? In the hood, to destroy black people. Yeah. And then they figured out how to separate the cocaine from all the base. And that's how crack came about. And now people are everywhere just smoking crack in the 80s. And that's before we knew the effects and what was going on. So people were going crazy. Parents with kids were smoking it. Kids were smoking it. Literally everyone was doing it, guys. It was like if you weren't doing it, it was an epidemic, guys. It was bad. So you got crack babies being raised. And what do you think? If a kid with no parent around, what do you think's going to happen? Nothing good. They're going to end up selling drugs. They're going to end up in jail. Or even worse, dead. And that's what's been going on, guys. Black people have literally... I'm not here to whine. I'm just here to say what it is. Black people have been, held behind the 8 ball for a long time. And a lot of it's because of the government. They freed the slaves, but they also said if we free the slaves, they're going to die. They have no money. They have nowhere to go. What are they going to do? Just roam the streets? So some people, some slave owners who weren't slave owners had to take black people in and take care of them. Like they weren't slaves. Some guys took them in for nothing, didn't make any profits off them, but took care of them because they had to, otherwise you leave them to die. But I'm getting a little away from what I was saying. And then here's another thing. Snitching, guys. Why is snitching so wrong? Like me, if you do something wrong around me, you'd best believe the cops gonna find out. You come break into my house, them cops are being called. I work with the cops. Don't get it twisted. I'll snitch on you really quick. I don't give a damn. I don't care who you are. You do some wrongdoing around me, ring, ring, ring. Yeah, 911. Where you at? Yeah. Oh yeah. Try something around me. Yeah, they're getting caught. I don't give a F. The only way it's snitching, guys, as a matter of fact, to me, the only way I see it as snitching is if you had an agreement beforehand, and I agreed. I said, all right, I'll do this. This is what we agreed to. Fine. I'm a man of my word. And now if something goes bad and then I go off and I say I had nothing to do with this, it was all him, that is snitching, guys. That is the only way you can say, he's a snitch. You can't trust him. He's this, he's that. Is if you have an agreement prior that you both are acknowledging and you both have agreed and concurred to. And then you renege, right? And then you blame everything on the other person and take no accountability. That would be snitching. What isn't snitching is if, let me think of a scenario. Let's say you're walking down the street. It's you and your friend, right? You're just walking down the street and you clearly see some dude just drive by shooting and your friend gets shot. God forbid, let's just say, God forbid, gets shot and then killed. So am I supposed to not say who the killer is because I have to hold this status in the hood because you hood niggas are trying to uphold this gangster life type of symbolism? Is that what we're saying? So I can't claim my friend's killer because of some stupid symbolism that's held over our head in the community. Is that really what we're saying? But in the white community, if that happens, well, that wouldn't happen, first of all, in the white community. Drive-bys don't happen in the white community because they're civilized. But let's say that if it did, you better believe that white people are telling on you, bro. So why is it that black people have this huge problem of telling the truth and telling on people when they're doing wrong, but white people cannot? Huh? Why is it that we have no accountability in the black community? No, let him get away with it. No, oh, he killed him. Oh, don't say nothing. What? In the white community, they're going to tell on you. If I run up on someone and kill them, I'm getting told on. But not in the black community. We'll let someone get brutally murdered and nothing. No one will say a word. Oh, you're that scared of getting killed? Nope, it's not that, guys. Because of this stupid symbolism of being a hood nigga. That's what we all have held over our head. Everyone. It's sickening. But let some wrongdoing happen. Let some wrongdoing happen to me. Or around me. Near me. Oh, yeah. You better believe it. I ain't holding nothing back. I don't give a damn what any of you hood niggas say. I don't give a damn. I work with the cops. Other than that, and then we also got them disrespecting females, but that's on another level. But when it comes to mama, oh no, don't talk about my mama, but she's a female. But no, we can't talk about her. But every other female that could be a mom or a daughter, yeah, we'll disrespect them. That's what they're doing, guys. Now let's look at let's look at this, the list of deceased rappers. Let's just look at this nonsense. This doesn't, like I said the other video, this doesn't happen in the rock community. Guys aren't dying to things like shot and killed. Excuse me. So I guess this was one of the first rappers killed. Scott LaRock, shot and killed. Shot and killed. Look at this. Overdose, cocaine. In the 80s, of course. Fell to death. Yeah, okay, probably pushed. At 22, guys, come on now. Killed in local shootouts. See, a lot of these guys are just getting shot and killed. Gang life. Because we're pushing gang life in rap music. There's no gang life in rock music. They're not talking about gangs and killing each other and all this vile nonsense. They're not selling drugs. They talk about doing drugs. But they're not like, oh, I'm on the block. I'm selling. I'm doing. I'm pitching. No. They're not doing that, guys. No. AIDS-induced pneumonia. Yeah, people were questioning this Eazy-E thing. People think that this was basically put on him because he had a huge movement back then. So he's basically, if you have a loud mouth and you're gonna do good, they're gonna kill you. So I think this Eazy-E one was the government. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. Honestly, all these killings were probably the government. Honestly, especially Tupac and Biggie. Let's see. Yeah, they have it in order, guys. Drive-by shooting. Look at it. Just shooting, killing, shooting. These are all government-related, guys. If you don't think it isn't, or is, excuse me, then you don't know what the hell's going on. Drive-by. It's always so-called the best rappers, so-called. Like, Tupac was he was an activist. Tupac, he was a rapper, yeah, but he was an actor, he was an activist. He was one of these people that could have changed the world, and they shot him dead. Biggie was not like that. He was just a rapping monkey. That's what he was. He had no effect on, like, social views or the world or anything like that. He was not like Tupac in that way. But look at this. It's just murders, killing, shot, killed, drive-by. Finally, a heart failure. But that's another problem in the black community. Heart failure because he was overweight. Most of us are 80% of us are overweight, guys. It's bad. It's really bad, and we're dying for heart failure because we're too big. It's another thing we push in the black community, being overweight and fat. Car accident, that's very rare that car accidents happen. It's usually a shot and killed or a drive-by or a supposed overdose. Like, look at this. Rappers have been dying forever. It's a long list, guys. I did not realize it was this long. Pimp C, complications of sleep apnea and intoxication. So, he was murdered, in other words. Like, I remember that Pimp C death. He just literally got murdered. I think his was a blood sacrifice, because they have that in the rap. Well, in any Hollywood community, there are rituals, killing rituals, and I'm pretty sure Static Major and Pimp C were part of Lil Wayne's. Because right around the time Pimp C died and Static Major died, Lil Wayne shot up to the top like it was nothing. I loved him back then, back in 07, 08. that used to be my shit before I knew what was going on, obviously. But around this time, guys, when these two guys died, Lil Wayne shot up to the top. You got to pay attention when these people die and then see who gets real popular out of nowhere. Then you realize that they're connected in some way. Obviously, I can't prove any of this, but look at the way they died. Respiratory arrest. So that means he couldn't breathe. So both these guys both died at the age of 33 years old, guys. Literally both of them. I think Big Mo. Wait, no, Big Mo wasn't part of their crew. No, but Pimp C and Static Major was definitely part of Lil Wayne's crew. Lil Wayne made that song "Lollipop," what got famous literally around this time. 2/25. That's one day before my birthday. That's so funny. But the point of the matter is, he literally died a day before my birthday, and Lil Wayne literally went to the top of the charts right after. Literally, that Lollipop song was number one for like months. All that from then all the way through the whole summer, he was the number one song, number one artist, and it started with Pimp C. Because when Pimp C died, he dropped that. What was the name of that mixtape? The Drought. It wasn't the Drought 3. It was the Drought, and then the Drought 2. And then Lil Louisiana mixtape. I remember he dropped that, and then Pimp C died, and then all of a sudden Lil Wayne is just rising to the top. And then Static Major dies, Lollipop comes out the day after, and then Lil Wayne, It's All She Wrote. So I'm telling you guys, pay attention to this stuff. It's kind of getting away from what I'm talking about, but that's another reason why I hate rappers. They kill the people they love to get fame and to get notoriety. So like, I can't get behind that. I was too young to know and figure that out. They're 33. We already know the signs of 33, what that could entail. So, yeah, that was the rise of Lil Wayne. A lot of people don't know that. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. Oh, my God, it's his music. Man, it wasn't just his music. If he dropped Lollipop and Static Major didn't die and that ritual didn't happen, no one, like that song would not be as big as it is right now. He paid his due by making that happen. So now the Hollywood, they basically take care of you. You make your sacrifice happen, they take care of you. But it's only for a short amount of time. Because notice Lil Wayne, he was hot for like 5 to 6 years. And now he's nowhere to be found. Out of nowhere, Lil Wayne, it's like he doesn't make music anymore. Where's Lil Wayne? Looks like he has to make another sacrifice, right? So if you see another person in his camp that just miraculously just dies or just something happens, you know he had something to do with it. That's all I'll say about that. But yeah, this list of people is crazy, guys. But yeah, let's look at some of the most violent and I guess vile rap lyrics, if it ever loads up. And then there's this Kevin Gates video. I want you guys to see how much of a demon he is, or maybe we'll do that next time. Or you know what, guys? We'll do this next time because I don't want to make this video too long. So we'll do this next time. We'll do the lyrics, and then we'll see this Kevin Gates video for part 3 of this, though. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.